Hey water signs, Angel here with Ninth House Collective. Welcome to your weekly reading and general energy update. I use this series for those of you who haven't seen it before to kind of look at areas that we can expand and improve, what we're learning, what we're healing, and how we can grow. So I will be pulling a card from the tarot deck for each of my water signs. So that's the order that I'm going to be pulling them in is going to be Cancer, then Scorpio, and then Pisces. So I also look at what energy centers you might need to nourish to bring about the highest energy. And I also will wrap it up with pulling an oracle message. This is kind of like a message from your higher self, right? And it's to help us expand. It's an alignment message. So that's kind of what I do. And before we jump in, I'd like you guys to just kind of take a moment to be mindful and connect. So we're going to be taking a second here to set the intention. I always like to set the intention. I focus on bringing in, messages that really help inspire you or give you some actions you can take or things you can look at differently, right? To bring some improvement to yourself and to help you grow and heal in the areas that you're currently working on. This is, we're always transforming. So this is an ongoing journey being here in this humanness, right? So let's take a moment to take a deep breath in, holding that breath at the top, scanning your body. Where does it feel tight? And with your exhale, allow yourself to just blow out any tensions, taking a moment for yourself just to hear a message and connect. So that sounds like this, breathing in, holding and scanning our body. Blow out that tension. Okay, guys, let's jump into your reading and see what messages come forth. Last week, we asked what lesson that we were working on currently as an element, all of my signs within that element. So this week, I'm asking for a message around what actions we can take or what are some more details that can help us to learn this lesson, really understand it so that we can transform and move forward from it, right? We're always learning lessons, but the one that we're currently wrapping up or in the midst of learning, what action can we take or what details do you need to hear to help you move through that energy? Okay, so again, it's going to be in the order of Cancer, then Scorpio, and we're going to round it out with my Pisces friends. Okay, major arcana. Oh my God, 2 major arcanas. My last reading had 3. Guys, there's so many of you right now that are really kind of culminating something big. The way that I like to describe the major arcanas, the hero's journey, right? The tarot is all about the hero's journey, taking that leap of faith and all the experiences that you're in and that you go through before you get to the major arcanas. That's kind of just a general way of looking at it for those who may not know tarot. And there's so many different ways you can intuitively read or read strictly from the book. But however that works, like major arcanas for me and the way I read, it's not closing up like a big, chapter. Like this is like a happy ending or the ending. You're learning this lesson. You're getting ready to step into a new version of yourself. How are you going to do that? Are you going to do the same old? Or as you get to the major arcanas, are you going to bring that new version of yourself fully, really authentically, right? So, the other cards in the deck are just as important, right? It's just that's a bigger energy, right? You're nearing the end. So all of the cards represent a different part of the hero's journey, right? And lets us get insight about what we're learning and what it is that we need to hear to move ourselves forward in the best aligned energy. All right, so those are the 3 cards for you guys, my water signs. I'm going to shuffle up and ask for a message from the Oracle deck now. I like this to be a message from your higher self. So really think on that. What is it that your higher self wants you to know? This is a new deck, so it's still kind of stiff and hard to shuffle. But so this deck brings an alignment message. So I really think that helps give us a little more insight and see where is it that we need to bring alignment within our life, right? Life's so busy. So I hope this gives you a moment to slow down and look at what needs healing or transforming within your life. Okay, again, this is going to be in the order It's pretty. It's a new deck for me, so I haven't seen all of the cards yet. So it's going to be our Cancer, Scorpio, and then rounding out with Pisces. Okay. She's come up before, beautiful goddess. And this one just came up in my last reading. Isn't it fascinating, right? You shuffle these cards and you shuffle these cards, and some may consider it coincidences, but I read at fairs sometimes. 1 week a month I do a fair and I do complimentary readings there. And it's really interesting to see how often the same cards present themselves, right? Because this is collective energy, guys, right? It's, we are human consciousness. We are all one. So there's a lot of big collective energy and lessons. When I keep seeing the same things, we're still working on that, right? It takes a little while to gain mastery over things. All right. So starting off with my Cancer friends, you guys got this major arcana card here, the Star, right? And so this card to me, or for me, is really about connecting equally with the heavens and our material world, right? This is about being in alignment, having that flow. It's about, it's Aquarius energy, but this is a card that is about really just giving, really feeling in balance and really finding a way. It did show up in its inverse, really finding a way to find that flow that's not too logical and not too heart-based, right? It's that flow. We are spirits, right? We are a soul. Like, that is our true essence, but we are here having this human experience. So we have to find that flow between that connection, right? And bring balance there. So in its inverse position, this card is all about hopes and dreams, and it's just, and it's balance, and it's your balance between your watery emotions and within the grounded earth, right? They're pouring equally from one cup, from the spiritual into the more material realm. So the action you're being called on is to take more, time to, I'm really feeling, ground your energy. For some reason, that's coming out strong for me, for my Cancer friends, which I guess isn't too surprising, right? Like, you're watery Cancers are so deep. You're always so deep in your emotions, right? You need to find some balance and ground. You need some fun. You need some, it can't just be, stuck in this energy that feels uncomfortable in our bodies, right? Like, if you've been feeling really kind of, contained, right? Like, there's all this energy in your body. Really, you guys need to ground. You really need to connect with that earth energy. It's so easy for my Cancers to get way lost up here in our upper chakras, and that can be scary when that's super overactive and you're not grounded, right? It shows and presents as anxiety. It can show, it feels like there's too much energy in your body, right? You're not grounding it. Think of our that's an electrical surge. And so if this surge is coming in so strong, but you're in this state of fear, this state of where you're not grounded, you're not feeling safe, it can really present itself in some icky ways within our body, right? So that's why I love to concentrate on the chakra centers, because you need to see where you need to nurture. And I'm really getting the message that a lot of my Cancer friends have a very overactive crown chakra, right? And a lot of you need grounding. So if you guys are feeling anxiety or feeling kind of stuck in a space right now of feeling not safe, not supported, start grounding. That is your action, right? That's your action to move through this energy. You need to learn to be a more grounded version of yourself. This is a learning plane, this earth. We are here to learn lessons. And so, believe it or not, you guys chose to be here, and it's an exciting time to be alive, but there's so much change, so it can be scary. So for my Cancer friends, please work on grounding this week if that is the energy you feel yourself stuck in. Ground, ground, ground. Okay. So the goddess Gaia, it's so funny. Let me show you this card. Gaia, it says Earth. I haven't seen this card yet. This is the first time it's come up. I've only been using this deck a few weeks. But this goddess, I'm also going to say heart center again, is jumping out to me. So Earth, you really grounding. If you only have time for one, I want you guys to ground every day. It's going to make you feel so much better. It's really going to start filling that up, right? Bringing about the highest aspect of the star, which is in balance and in flow. So because it came in an inverse manner, I just really got the feeling that a lot of my Cancer friends might be going through some of this kind of inner turmoil, stuck in this kind of anxiety, or not feeling safe or supported, right? Not feeling like you have everything you need. Well, it's because you're not grounded, right? It's all coming in. You're super open. You guys need to ground. It's coming in. It wants to give you what you want. It wants to bring about your dreams and your hopes and your desires. But you need to be able to ground it into this level. This, I used to say 3D level, but I really think we're kind of in 4D. So to ground it into your material world, we'll say, right? So, okay, that's enough of me blabbering. Let's look at what the alignment message is for my Cancer friends from the goddess Gaia, number 16. Reduces to a 7 if that's a meaningful number for anybody out there. Okay, so that's 15. Okay, so your alignment message for my Cancer friends this week reads: when you scatter your energy and allow fear to take root, you can become ungrounded. Okay, you can't make this stuff up. Yes, I was really just feeling so much anxiety and so much like I'm really sensitive to energy. My Cancer friends, please ground this week. It's going to be very beneficial for you, I promise. Okay. When you scatter your energy and allow fear to take root, you can become ungrounded or out of touch with your environment. You become disconnected from your true nature as a spiritual being having a human experience. I always laugh when I read these. You know, it's so much about what I was feeling before we read the card, you know. And yes, my Cancer friends, I know you're so spiritual little beings and you're so much connected to your upper chakras, but we need to ground so that we can really bring about emotional stability and feeling safe and supported. The need now is to look at the cracks in the foundation of the life that you've built. I need more light in this room. Hold on one sec, guys. When even one aspect of your life is out of alignment, it affects everything else. Ground yourself with Gaia, the Earth Mother. She wants you to enjoy creating the world you live in. Your alignment task is to take a fearless inventory of where, how, and with whom you live your life. It is your energy draining from the choices that you're making currently. Are you physically exhausted? Do you accept less than your value? Your efforts must now be to repair the foundation of your life and to begin anew again. You will be so thrilled with the results and wonder why you didn't do it sooner. The goddess Gaia is supporting your every move. There's some big change you're being called to, Cancers, right? You're being supported, right? Ground so that you can get more clarity and not feel so stuck from fear around this change, right? Bring in safety and security. You are supported. You have this. Lean into your support system. But whatever is not working out and draining your energy right now, guys, I feel the anxiety. I feel the tension when I drew these cards. Let that go. Don't stay stuck in that stagnant energy. So again, grounding and heart chakra for my Cancer friends this week. Okay. Next, we're moving on to Scorpio. Scorpio, you guys are not in the major arcana this week, but I kind of feel like you guys had so many majors in past readings. You're just in a different space. But the lesson that you are being called to, last week it was pretty much about overgiving or taking within our personal energy. This week, Scorpio, you're being asked, we're asking to expand on this, right? How do we learn more around this, right? And the card that showed up for you guys today is the Four of Pentacles, right? So there's a couple things. This, creating a sturdy foundation, right? You're still, you're whatever it is that you've, kind of after you've had your major moment and this new version of yourself that you've just newly started stepping into, you're being asked to create a stable foundation around that. And the action, it's funny because I'm going to say, The action that I'm feeling from the Four of Cups today is really, Four of Cups for me is about our relationship with money. And for my Scorpios, I'm feeling that you guys need to let go of lack mentality within your pentacle worlds, right? And we were working on the lesson of equal give and take, of how we give our energy equally, like not self-sacrificing or not in a way that's in a victim mentality. So you are being called on, and your action this week, Scorpio, is to start that flow of energy, right? Trust in the universe. You are supported. I'm not saying to go out and go on a wild spending spree, but you have to start spending and investing within yourself to open up that flow of being able to receive, right? You're being called on to get a healthier relationship with money, Scorpios, and it's really about how you spend and nurture yourself. So it doesn't always have to be about money, but it can be about time, no matter where we are. If we are in a situation where there really is some lack and we don't have the funds to do extra things, well, you can always take extra time for yourself, right? There's always a way to create a better foundation, right? Of giving to ourselves and letting go of lack mentality, right? So as you start to trust in that and you start to spend in little ways, really giving to yourself again, that flow will just start to become more natural, right? You'll start to get a healthier, there's universal laws. So what you put out is going to come back, right? So that's what I'm getting from the Four of Pentacles this week. For my Scorpio friends. And let's see, you got number 41. This is Oshun, and she has showed up before. Let me show you the artwork on this card. Beautiful, beautiful goddess Oshun. So she brings a message. Let's see. Her message is around generosity, right? I'm also going to say for my Scorpio friends, solar plexus and grounding for you guys as well. I'm getting the same centers this week for you and Cancer. So Oshun, let's see, definitely, yeah, grounding and solar plexus. That's what I'm feeling. We'll see if something else comes up, but those are your centers to nurture this week. Again, grounding, red, great ways to incorporate reds into your life, or yellows for your solar plexus, guys. That's one way to set some intention around those centers. And as you pull those colors in, set the intention of balancing them. Being in nature is really great for grounding, right? Especially in this day and age, right? We're always like hooked up to some kind of technology. Here I am talking to you guys on technology, right? Well, I spent time recording before I posted. And so we need to just connect. We need to get back to Mother Earth and really pull up her energy around being supported, having what you need in your material world. Start trusting that by putting out that energy and spending. Don't hoard all that stuff. Get that flow going. All right, so let's see, 41, 5, change. That's the change you guys need to make. That's your action this week, Scorpios. All right, let me read Oshun's message for alignment. Okay, this is the alignment message for my Scorpio friends. Sometimes you may fall prey to fears about whether you will get what you need. So you worry about money, or you worry about love, and you begin withholding. You might find yourself being overly restrictive and beginning to hoard for that proverbial rainy day, right? Yes, you need to get the energy open. You can't just be hoarding everything, right? You need to get it flowing. Let go of the fear. Start getting that energy moving in a balanced way. You don't have to go crazy, but if you're afraid to spend your money, or if you've been looking for love, whatever it is you're trying to create, it is a general reading, Scorpios, but whatever it is you're trying to bring into your life, you have to start giving of that. So if you're looking for love, start seeing how you can love others. It doesn't have to be romantic, but just putting that energy of love out there will bring that energy back to you, right? Okay. You might find yourself being overly restrictive and beginning to hoard for that proverbial rainy day. Do you know you cut off generous Oshun's flow of potential when you allow yourself to become convinced there is not enough? The truth is, when you begin to be miserly with your time, with your affection, with your gifts, you will see little in return, as all you begin to notice is what isn't there, right? I'm stuck in what I don't have, not in gratitude, not in hope, not in putting that flow out of giving what I want to receive. In this moment, the goddess Oshun wants to offer you this alignment task. You can't expect for the great goddess to be generous with you if you show that you don't trust in the flow of the generosity, right? If you're not giving, how can you expect to be receiving? It's opening up that flow. Okay. Don't wait to get what you want. Give it away to others, and you will be amazed at how things turn around. The goddess Oshun has only your best interests at heart. Yes, so start giving into that flow. Start, let's say you're looking for a relationship, Scorpios, right? If that's the energy that you're in, again, general reading, it could be in other areas, but it's like a little metaphor. If you're looking for love and you're really like, why can't I find the right person, or I can't, stop thinking about that so much. Like, write an intention, do a little love spell, whatever. Write down what it is you would like, but then put it aside and say, thank you, universe. I know you're working on it, and I'm going to show you how much I trust in that. So what do? You start showing love to others. Share a smile with a stranger. See where you can give of love to open that flow. And as you begin to give and vibrate higher, watch the higher manifestation of that relationship or that you're trying to bring in will come, right? So open up that flow of generosity to get that moving. If you are looking for more money, if you are feeling like you, as the Four of Pentacles, it's a lack mindset, and material worlds is typically around finances, but it can be around love also, right? That's a very material thing, finding love, finding your partner. But wherever it is you have lack mindset around money or that, just start spending don't hoard, don't be miserly. Just start to give in a balanced manner for those things that you are hoping to receive. Write them down. Send your universe, send your goals, wishes, and desires to the universe. Pray for what it is that you want, and then set it aside and start to actively, right? What actions can we take this week was the lesson or the message we were asking for. How can you get that energy open? All right, that's what I have for my Scorpio friends. Oh, my little Pisces. I'm a Pisces, so I feel for you guys. No, I laugh because you guys got a major arcana also. And I just want to preface, for those of you who are new, or if you can see this card and it looks a little dark and spooky, really, you guys got the Tower card. So, and your goddess is number 23, right? So that's a 5. So Tower and number 5. Oh, my Pisces peeps. The Tower speaks to something coming out of left field, something shaking your shit up, right? Something, it's basically about tearing down a foundation around something that isn't working so that you can build it up better than it was before, right? So when this card shows in its upright position for me, this speaks to, this speaks to more of, there's something you've been needing to do, and maybe you've been stuck in this kind of energy where it's just, not going the way you want, and you're really being called to learn this lesson. So the Tower, and the lesson I think for my Pisces last week too, it was pretty general for all of the signs, is really about how we overgive of our energy in self-sacrificing ways, and how we may overtake in more of a what do you call it? Like a victim mentality state, right? Always focused on the negative, or always overgiving so much that we're neglecting ourselves. So this has gone on too long. So the Tower is the universe, God, the energy of love and healing and wisdom. They're going to come in and shake things up for you a little bit because you haven't made the decision or taken the change or whatever. You just haven't gotten there. So it may feel a little chaotic and scary, but it's really a great card because this card always brings transformation energy in, right? It's the aha moment you've been waiting for. There's been something you just haven't quite found all the pieces of the puzzle, but then the universe comes in and goes, shake shit up for Pisces. Okay, let's get them back on their more aligned path. Let's get them out of that stuck energy, so to speak, right? So really, this is about setting a new foundation, right? There is something that is either just happened for my Pisces peeps or is about to happen that's really shaking up things or making you either think about something like a belief system that you held. You're thinking about it differently, right? You're learning the lesson, right? You're learning the lesson last week. Watch the video from last week and see what message specifically was for Pisces, because I can't remember from reading to reading what I spoke about. I'm usually kind of just letting information flow within me. But really go back and listen, because whatever that message was about your lesson, it's being shaken up for you. Something is either just happened or is going to be happened. The energy of some, what may feel like a little forced or chaotic change that's going to bring about such a huge, wonderful transformation and this new flow of great energy in for my Pisces people. Okay, so 23 is your goddess. And again, 5 is all about change. There's a change coming. So it's either, something's coming to shake it up, my Pisces peeps. So get ready for that. Be aware of that. But remember, if it seems scary, grounding, I'm getting grounding so much for you guys because Tower moments can feel scary. It's shaking things up. It's forcing us to go in another direction for our highest good, right? Whatever fears are holding us back, the universe is going to kind of give you a little baby push, or sometimes it feels like a giant push, but what transformation and growth and new wonderful energy it brings forth. All right. So let's look at the goddess's alignment message and see what it is for my Pisces peeps. So again, grounding for you guys for sure. And the other 2 centers that I'm really feeling are going to be solar plexus and sacral. So the core of who you are and bringing joy and creativity and balanced emotional well-being into your life. That's a really, that's what I'm feeling. Okay, let's read your alignment message from Miss Iris, Goddess Iris, number 23. 23. All right, here is the alignment message from this beautiful goddess. I think I showed it to you, but just in case, I just really love the artwork here. It's so gorgeous. Okay, her alignment message reads, you are facing a moment when communication between you and others may have become disconnected. Perhaps people are withholding information from you, or you are not being clear about, or they are not being clear about their motives. Now is the time to ask for clarity and to get clear yourself. If you're sitting on the fence and are ambivalent about your direction, just say that. Your alignment task, Pisces, is to say no to playing games. Oh, we had this card before. Is to say no to playing games, no to coercion, no to manipulation, and no to covert intentions. Take a straightforward attitude, Pisces. Don't be afraid to hear what might disappoint you. Be clear and demand the same from others. Authentic communication. That's just going to make me throw in throat chakra for you guys, So my Pisces friends, because it is a major arcana that is one that brings a sudden shakeup or some, kind of what might feel a little scary or chaotic to push us on a higher path. I'm feeling more things kind of to work on, right? So throat chakra. What did I say? Throat chakra, definitely solar plexus, bringing in more creativity for you, your sacral, and throat chakra is another one that you guys can nurture this week. Okay, where did I leave off? So she knows the importance of clear communication, and she urges you to speak up for yourself. If you've come from an environment, a family, or a cultural history where you have not had a voice, this might feel like you're yelling. But that's all right. Times are changing, and now is not the time to be shy, Pisces. It's okay to feel awkward, flustered, but the goddess Iris brings her powers of clarity and says it is your turn to be heard. So gather your courage. The people who are important to you in the long run will listen and witness you, and then you can engage in positive conversation that leads to heartfelt solutions. Even if your voice feels untrue and might be coming from a victim mentality, still speak your truth so that you can bring about the healing, so that you can change that, right? Find a way to heal and bring forth your real truth. Let yourself be heard, and great goddess will send strong teachers and wonderful allies your way, right? So there's a tower moment coming, Pisces, or you're in the midst of it now, but it's definitely in your near energy or recent past energy. And this is something that the universe is causing to push you on to a new path. And so don't think of it as something scary or bad. This is really always brings back about so much growth and such a beautiful energy, right? It opens up this transformative energy. So That's what I have for you guys this week. Wanted to mention I had a really interesting experience yesterday. You know, I'm always preaching to, you know, different signs from time to time, a lot of times Pisces, about not giving of your energy equally. And this comes across, it's been a big lesson across the board for a lot of signs. But for, you know, I'm a big proponent of taking self-care, of doing the time, of not letting this busy world get in the way of really nurturing ourselves and loving ourselves so that we can be more authentic, more in balance, and more in peace. And, you know, I have to say it's something I struggle with too, right? We're all human, and sometimes I don't give enough to myself because, you know, I'm super empathetic, and I really love helping others and finding a way to bring some joy or healing to others, right? But you have to remember to give that back to yourself. So yesterday, I did a really unique healing technique. I don't know if any of you have ever heard of QHHT, but that stands for Quantum Hypnosis Healing Technique. And I have not gotten back the audio of my session yet, but it was really just such a wonderful experience, and kind of already, I really felt a shift within myself also. So I just wanted to say, you know, sometimes I even neglect myself, right? I may preach to you guys about what you need to do to take care of yourselves. It's very human of us to let that lapse sometimes. So have grace with yourself and just know that you're right where you need to be right now, all of my water friends, and keep pushing forward and keep leaning into gratitude, hope, and expansion, right? Taking care of yourselves too. So, all right, guys, that's what I have for you, my water signs, this week. In case nobody's told you recently, remember, you're all spectacular creatures. So love yourselves, take some time to nurture, and I look forward to connecting next week. Take care.